Right, welcome to a very good morning. That was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Another bright, exciting morning. Yes, like I've always been doing. I catch us a here. And now we see latest near Fifi, of course. About here every time we'll be up in tune to bring you the best in terms of analysis. I was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube as early as 6 o'clock a.m. I'm out putting up this content for you and for you to enjoy it. Of course, you're new to the channel. Thank you very much for choosing us. If you're not new to and you've not subscribed, you should subscribe. Turn your notifications and anytime your content ever drop you and you'll be the first to see the content and enjoy it over here. So subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. If you are new, thank you very much for choosing us. Do subscribe as well. Share the link. Of course, there are lots of you who are investors and who constantly ask me for codes and I need to know the team decided that every day, bro, 4 sets of codes over here in the description of the video that we do post here. So you give yourself a good chance of winning something. Almost every time people ask me, say, oh, I didn't think any your friend is saying any another one that outside of Ghana, it's me, you see any idea, they fine. We're working around all of those ones to see if we can resolve signing, man. But apart from that, in the today, the ones that we have in your Betway codes, so Ghana and Kwadi, pick up those codes and then put them in your Betway accounts and give yourself a good chance of winning something else. Hi, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Let's start with the Club World Cup. Charlie, now I think that we are getting to the most interesting part of the Club World Cup because now games, of course, were clear deciders of who was going to go on to the next stage. My friend is saying LA Galaxy match, Palmeiras, then Botafogo, Atletico de Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, and Seattle for them. Very interesting set of matches, and now we know the teams that have officially qualified to the next stage of the competition, at least for the few matches I have and now was a huge one. Palmeiras for centre back before the match, but see, I am team CR7. If I score against Inter, I will celebrate with a shoo. He made an error leading to goal while playing with next to Abrantia, your friend Lionel Messi. Of course, they 10 and wrap games, of course, with Atletico de Madrid and Botafogo and a boy Atletico de Madrid. But they failed to qualify to the next year of the competition. Team and friend Seattle Sundowns and the Paris Saint-Germain boy. Paris Saint-Germain sharing 2-0. Meant that Paris Saint-Germain went through to the next year of the competition. Porto about 4-4 draw with Al Ali. And then Inter Miami and Palmeiras boy now both of Ali and Porto did not qualify. It was Inter Miami and Palmeiras and coach after the game of Inter Miami and Palmeiras, Lionel Messi have achieved everything in football. There is nothing left according to Lionel Messi. The Club World Cup or maybe chasing another form of glory or whatever. No, he as a player, he as a person, he has won the Champions League, he has won the La Liga, he has won the I don't want to talk about the World Cup first. He has won the Copa America and then of course also the World Cup. So everything that is there for him to win as a player, Lionel Messi, has done a job for the club, for club and also for country. 866 goals, 384 assists, 8 Ballon d'Ors, Charlie, 1 World Cup. Happy 38th birthday to our brand dear friend Lionel Messi. Of course, for a lot of people, this man is a GOAT. And you can't even dispute our points in the Betway because he has proved, he has shown, say he is pure, blistering talent. Lionel Messi, you see pure football. For everybody that says that Ronaldo is a GOAT, they say it for a specific reason. They say it's because almost some GD say, okay, for them, this is why they want Ronaldo to be their GOAT. But Lionel Messi's numbers, his achievements, the style of play, the quality of football that Lionel Messi has been churning out top draw stuff, top stuff. And then he's 38 years old, and you give him a lot of credit for the work that he has done. And I don't think Paris Saint-Germain for Inter Miami for will meet Paris Saint-Germain all around of 16. It'll be a very exciting game, but what we know is that Auckland City and Boca Juniors and it's going to happen as far as the Tunis and Chelsea and because of Bayern and then Benfica will go on, and of course there's also going to be LAFC and then Flamengo. A really interesting set of matches also for today because of our Club World Cup number. And again, on Kwan see there were a lot of things that went on. Game net course now it ended 2-2 Palmeiras versus team my friend Inter Miami. Inter Miami normally the 2-0, and Palmeiras want better take kind of money 2-2 they qualified to the next stage of the competition. Now, start game we move at half time. Chelsea star boy, my friend Estevao Willian at half time. I call Lionel Messi or Messi chief. Charlie, born in the years, you are seeing now I top draw. To the show, means we are seeing one of the best. You are saying until the end suggest my more just in a fan coffee. And Estevao Willian, I call Lionel Messi just at half time. Then at full time, it changes Jesse with our brand friend Luis Suarez. Our right friend Estevao Willian changes Jesse twice at halftime and a full time with Messi and then Luis Suarez or the Kofi or team my friend Atletico de Madrid. They failed to qualify from the group stage of the Club World Cup for the very first time in the season of our brand friend Julian Alvarez. He has not won a trophy for the very first time in the professional season. He goes one full season without winning anything. And let's go to Griezmann say, we are angry because we wanted more. We had enough time to score and then win. Simeone say, this tournament was nice. We were motivated. But I want to highlight that for European teams, it's at the end of our season. For South American teams, they are right in their peak time over there. That is what my brand friend Simeone Inzaghi. Simeone Inzaghi, don't forget, so Argentine. Marcos Llorente say everyone told us it was a penalty. It sucks because it would have been a different match if that ball had gone through. Griezmann said clearly the referees went against us in this tournament. But sometimes they favor us and we don't see anything. It's more of a football issue inside our teams. I'm talking about all of the refereeing decision and also in the game. Simeone Inzaghi said people will say that we got knocked out, but it was the most difficult group and we are out on goal difference. We are used to this. We have Barcelona and Real Madrid in the La Liga and we always qualify for the Champions League. So we'll see how things are going to pan out from there. A homeless man broke into the hotel or the Fluminense players were staying in South Carolina and got inside their rooms and slept in one of those beds where the players were not there. The room was found in order. He didn't steal anything. That's exactly what's going on over there in terms of everything that's going on, the player side, the Club World Cup, everything that's been going on. That's exactly the conversation that's been going there from the player point of view. You see, that's exactly what the Club World Cup looks like. Table, saying a games to Mabe Koso, who play who, when would they play who, when would they play who, where would they play who. Very, very important set of weeks in the EBA from the Club World Cup perspective and the kind of games that are going to go on, and we'll see how things are going to pan out. Maybe these are coming with respect to Club World Cup, and how things are going to turn out. Maybe these are coming now. Let's just turn our attention to some conversation in the regular football calendar. In common. First of all, Manchester United. Before we go to Manchester United, Abrantia, your friend Milos Kerkers, and on the team in the entourage, they flew from Bournemouth to go to Liverpool, and it is for the medicals to become the next Liverpool left back team in him. Now, this is a player a lot of people believe say he's one of the best fullbacks our English Premier League in him from last season, and then of course Liverpool wanted to augment on side of Hoshe. Andy Robertson, he is a top player. He has done that for a very long time. Aggressive, combative style of play, up and down the touchline, physicality, and this are the manner. And Liverpool believe that. I mean, at this point in time, it is probably prudent that they will start to prepare for life without Andy Robertson. Also, in the last few weeks, Atletico de Madrid have made inquiries, big ones, about our branch friend Andy Robertson, about the possibility of joining team up your friend Atletico de Madrid. So that is where Liverpool are. And then they contacted Bournemouth for Milos Kerkers, and a £50 million deal has been agreed between Liverpool and the Bournemouth for your friend Milos Kerkers. And the medical test underway in Liverpool. Milos, after arriving on Monday, contract set to be signed from, of course, it's actually a 40 million deal for Liverpool to have their man in our brand here, your friend Milos Kerk. We came here, we spoke about Barcelona for the fact that they have gotten a young player from Denmark called Rooney Bargi. Now, very good player, next generation type of player, future type of player. 2024 na Deco the agents this year. When they met the agents Deco said this is a top player, this player can go to the top. He just needs a big club to platform him. And of course, Omudin Komana checked to the extent that they have reduced the normal fee and converting it to a paltry sum. And Barcelona for a branch and then mini bag it to Barcelona a confirmed deal as verbal agreements done and will be sealed from next week. Barca will just 2 million euros fixed plus add-ons, and there's going to be a sell-on clause for Copenhagen talent. Long-term deal is sorted with our brand here, your friend Rooney Bargi, now from Copenhagen to go and play in the Spanish La Liga for Tima, your friend FC Barcelona. Now, in the past few weeks, Manchester United have been trying to rebuild on attack. The first person has been a brighter friend, Matthias Cunha. They have been linked to Victor Gyökeres. They have been linked to a brighter friend, Bryan Mbeumo. First one, United for the call Bryan Mbeumo. They wanted to discuss how they were going to get a brighter friend, Bryan Mbeumo. They had extensive conversations. They spoke very well. They understood what they wanted to do. Almost kind of first offer in the region of about 50 million. Bournemouth for Brentford for the said we're not going to do that. And of course, around that time, Brentford for manager friend Thomas Frank decided to move from club by a friend Brentford to go to Tottenham Hotspur. So then the links now became Tottenham Hotspur for a brand here, your friend Bryan Mbeumo, and it affected United for chances. However, now Manchester United for have gone back to the conversation for a brand here, friend Bryan Mbeumo. Another huge offer for Bryan Mbeumo. Manchester United submitted a proposal for Bryan Mbeumo. Our priority target, the proposal was sent over the weekend, and in excess of £60 million. £60 million. Discussions continue with Brentford. Bryan Mbeumo giving priority to Manchester United as it stands now. What we are hearing is that Bryan Mbeumo and I say or the priority Manchester United team, sending we waiting some game time on my bomb game and BBI I come now. We and yet to say we share the front three Ruben Amorim best he wants to have a front three of a natural centre forward who can do the job centrally, and then two inside things. So Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo can come from outside and have a branch friend Victor Gyökeres as a centre forward man. If there is Bruno Fernandes on my this becomes a very pound for pound Ruben Amorim top three, and that's a 3-4-3 system when you attack system. Remember, now very, very tough to very, very difficult to break down power. Especially these guys work very hard without the ball. And Manchester United for them have also earmarked a brand here, your friend Christopher Nkunku, Chelsea player as a possible swap between Chelsea and a team and friend Manchester United for Alejandro Garnacho. So Chelsea have always had a brand friend Alejandro Garnacho on their radar from last season when they were playing the games. They had Alejandro Garnacho on their radar. They wanted to make sure they sign a player in Alejandro Garnacho's form, one of the blistering forwards with pace and directness on the game, and that's what Chelsea see, directness. If you're a fan, you don't see the excitement around Garnacho. Same for me, but essentially, if you look at the data, or a direct or a blistering or a lot of pace or on, and on the left wing, Chelsea for you say Alejandro Garnacho is more direct from even with say Jadon Sancho or and hence they will need a branch of Alejandro Garnacho in there if he comes. And Manchester United for Nico and Chelsea Becker Jones. Oh, we have seen Christopher Nkunku. We will like Nkunku, and I've said several times I don't think Nkunku works at Chelsea because without the ball, Nkunku doesn't work as hard. Nkunku doesn't put in a lot of intensity. He's a purely talented attacker or boxing or goals inside the that he's not a kind of player as a lots more aside of Sa goals no share boxing. You need more from a player in the modern day to be able to win. I know that Chelsea for didn't come on. It's just at its preliminary stages of Chelsea. Any team your friend Manchester United in terms of the swap deal, for Abrantia, your friend Christopher Nkunku, and Abrantia, your friend Alejandro Garnacho. Mason Mount say he is not planning to leave Manchester United. Despite rumors in the last recent hours, he's focusing on staying fit, do preseason work, and his best, and stay to work full season with Ruben Amorim. That's exactly what Abrantia, your friend Mason Mount, El Honoma, almost making sure so they are fit to play next season. Al Hilal and AC Milan are now completing the deal for Abrantia, your friend Theo Hernandez to go to Al Hilal. So I'm going to do my Oma Bona Hilal for push. Finally, they have become very, very successful, and they are going to get Abrantia friend Theo Hernandez to move from the club that is called AC Milan to go in there and then go and do the job against Tima for Tima, your friend Al Hilal or Saudi Pro League in the Monti. It's a very, very good one for him. Darwin Nunez has given his green light to Napoli. Napoli for are looking for new dynamic attackers on the team. Players that can give them a different style of play. Already there is Kunkuku, but then Philip Billing is coming back to Tima, your friend or back to in the English Premier League. Alone, Napoli for not keep him permanently. And on Antonio Conte said he wants another style of profile, a transitional attacker. When they want him, so we all pace or directness. Omujidi said Darwin Nunez has not been successful at Liverpool because of the environment, because of the fact that Liverpool for any time, any patience, and farmer or what he is saying is that he wants a better friend Darwin Nunez. And Darwin, in the green light, said Napoli phone said he would want to join them. Napoli want him. The deal is now depends on financial feasibility over there to see if the deal can go through. And it's down to financial feasibility to see if Napoli can get Abrantia, your friend, Darwin Nunez, and yes, then they will not be able to get him, and we'll see how things are going to go on from there. And now Chelsea went back to Borussia Dortmund. Almost started conversation. According to David Austin, or say some moving here, imminent. Then Chelsea Ebinya Abrantia, your friend, Abrantia, your friend, Jamie Bino Gittins, and in the next couple of weeks now. In fact, last week the conversation was that Dortmund for president, any Bayern Munich for president, they wanted to have a conversation around Gittins. Bayern for the Bayern didn't come about Gittins, so Matt say Chelsea for the person before Gittins, but we are very interested in the boy. Chelsea for Dortmund for to sell to them. Of course, I know a very, very good relationship, excellent relationship actually. But you say I'm didn't come on the arena, but Dortmund for president catching so Gittins on Chelsea are signing verbal agreement, 7-year deal already done. Chelsea, despite turning down a 42 million bid this month, with talks between two clubs ongoing. The expectation is a face-to-face meeting at a Club World Cup, and it's supposed to be imminent for Gittins to become a Chelsea player. Chelsea for us a challenge. Jimmy Bino Gittins no, or a Chelsea player. When you're a Chelsea player, so they are. Then of course they have their man, and everything is going to go on very, very good for them. Of course, and now Esteban Willian was super in the catch or swapping a jersey with Lionel Messi and our branch friend Luis Suarez. And the people that didn't think that Esteban Willian could play in the Premier League, now they can see from the Brazilian league. Very physical, very aggressive, very, very combative power from the Brazilian league. Our branch friend Esteban Willian is being successful in there. Now, players now, Palmeiras players now, on not paying a rating of 7.3, on the highest rating of Palmeiras players than Rom Cocoboy, ever present, very, very important player for Palmeiras, and they do not play with him. I'm from India, and then Palmeiras for Eddie Branch friend Esteban Willian, and then they constantly they are making sure say we are important player or Chelsea for a more big game against ES Tunis, Esperance de Tunis. I mean, African side, but the North African side, not too used to the heat, but then also they understand that they have a better conditioning than Chelsea for. And now, Enzo Maresca said he will not make too many excuses, but when he said the temperatures are a little too high and impossible. And now Chelsea for training, some small ball work, our grounds for them to try and put themselves in shape. So then they will see they will be in the right place to kind of get a job done. And after that, Mark Correa, he didn't come on. Korea said we have been a group, and some of us have been together for a long time now. We have known each other for a couple of years, and we have had a good time together. We have had time away from football to play some games, play PlayStation, and then speak with the family. Talking about the fact that I'm about US or I'm not saying I'm doing come about PlayStation, they familiarize or Willie Caballero, the assistant coach for Enzo Maresca, Chelsea for an interview saying Enzo Maresca no, or a top manager. According to Willie Caballero, or saying Enzo Maresca is a top manager. And then when he looks at the experience of no Caballero in the last few years in football, and he looks at what Enzo Maresca brings to teams, it's very exciting. Caballero says it is easy to understand the ambition of the club has not changed. Yes, many other things have, the coaches, the players, but the ambition, no, it's the same over here at Chelsea. That's what Willie Caballero now really goes on to talk about Enzo Maresca as a coach. I've been very fortunate in my career in the Premier League and other countries that I have worked with many top coaches, but I don't think anyone is as well prepared, tactically focused, and trains the details to give solutions to the players like Enzo. That is exactly what my friend Willie Caballero and about the boss Enzo Maresca saying that Charlie Maresca one of the best, one of the ultimate best Willie Caballero on Enzo Maresca say he is also good at making you feel important as a coach. It gives us moments or time in a week or during the game where you speak with the players and help the players. So I believe he is a top manager, top manager to make sure say the players will succeed and or not Enzo Maresca so is going to succeed, given how volatile and how competitive at the very top. Chelsea for say Charlie Enzo Maresca at top, especially coming from the assistants to see how things are going to go on from there. Enzo Maresca and the mountain they are preparing. Jackson is not actively, Chelsea's not actively looking to sell Nicolas Jackson. I mean, we said it several times before. We'll see how things are going to go on from there. The heat, I know what Chelsea treating, near a little bit too much. The heat was too much. It was way too much. We'll see how things are going to pan out from there and see how things are going to move around. Chelsea's other main priority, apart from winger, is a versatile attacker. The Blues have no interest in Randall Colomwani, one versatile attacker, Mohamed Kudus, Moni Ariade. And these are the players that Chelsea Foundation to see if they can bring them in to do the job for them in terms of the quality, how well they'll play, the goodwill of the players now, and how Chelsea Foundation can compete even going forward now. What they are saying is that a branch friend Randall Colomwani, any part of the list that they want to bring in, any part of the list of the players that they want to bring in. So they'll see how things are going to pan out from there. Now, you need to come up in Barca camp to see what's the freshest news over there in FC Barcelona in terms of the conversation now. In photo Mundo Deportivo, almost say commitment Nico, compromiso Nico. According to them, Nico Williams has committed to Barcelona and he wants to play for Barcelona. Nico Williams has a huge renewal offer from Athletic Club, but he has not accepted it. He wants to play for Barcelona. I think that as at this point in time, this is clear. So Nico wants to play for Barcelona. In the Barca locker room, some of the players already assume Nico will play for the club next season. So the boys not no more the Spanish national team. Fermin Lopez, Pedri, Gavi, Lamine Yamal, all of them know. I think that there's a strong belief that he's going to play in there. The personal negotiations now Barca and Nico, personal terms in Nico has been agreed 6-year deal 2031 with a 78 million net salary per season. Negotiations with Athletic Club remains a hurdle. That is what Mundo Deportivo can say, Charlie. Although there are some inroads with the boy himself, many Athletic Club have a problem. Nagasawa Nico has committed has a commitment with Barcelona, urging him to endure the pressure from other clubs, and that's what Mundo Deportivo can commitment to compresso Nico, commitment Nico. Barca say it's only a matter of time. Nico Williams is going to be a player for FC Barcelona. So we'll see how things are going to pan out from there in terms of Barca and the fact that they are going to come in. And now Lothar Matthäus, German football legend, spoke about Marc-Andre ter Stegen and the issue that's going on in Barcelona. I'll say ter Stegen's current situation is uncomfortable. I assume he will leave Barcelona. He returned in a good form after a long injury, and we saw that in the Nations League. He's still a world-class goalkeeper at 33. Lothar said, I don't know what ter Stegen will do, but Nagelsmann would not be able to support his decision to start him in the national team if he's on the bench for Barcelona. Charlie, Germany, for one day, you don't play with merit. Everything is on the meritorious grounds. That is serious stuff. Galatasaray have shown their ambition by signing Zane and will be in the Champions League. Also, top 6 Premier League clubs would probably be interested in Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Lothar said, I don't know what Manchester City are planning, but I don't think they are very happy with Ederson. I think ter Stegen would definitely be capable of being City's goalkeeper for the next 3-4 years over there. To Lothar Matthäus, many didn't come and say, Charlie, Barca for a year, Brent friend Marc-Andre ter Stegen, in the German Bundesliga, a bit affecting the park. Kylian Mbappe is back, and will training fully with the Madrid team, and he's going to go on and play some good football for them. My Brent friend Kylian Mbappe is back to the team. And it's a Jude Bellingham, ASI shoulder injury surgery now. Nehemiah Kosono or out for about 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. And our friend Jude Bellingham is going to be out for once he does that shoulder injury now. On Madrid phone are going to be boosted by getting my brand friend Kylian Mbappe into the attack, especially for the final game. In a game where they have almost pulled through. They'll get a brand your friend Kylian Mbappe back into the team, and of course we didn't come on about Kylian Mbappe. He's a very important player for Madrid for him, and we'll see how things are going to go on. If you look at the quality of a brand your friend Mbappe, if you look at what he brings to the Madrid team and Madrid for him, the only thing is that next season Madrid for will brace themselves for about 4 weeks at most of not having a brand your friend. My brand friend Jude Bellingham, Maresca will make some rotations this weekend. Yeah, that's exactly what Chelsea Fonica said. They are going to make some rotations. Come back, Chelsea are licking their lips at the possibility of signing Rodrigo Mora on Enzo Maresca on Marco Correa workload. We used to use Malagos to talk now the fact that he doesn't have anybody inside area more because he has to just manage with Marco Correa, Stavao Brow. That was a weak foot. Look at the dribbling, the quality of our brand friends. PSG means the end of the road, but still got a hand it to Inter Miami. Don't think anyone expected them to make it out of the group. Not less undefeated. They should have won tonight, but this tournament has been a big win. And impressed with how well they have been playing their football over there. We'll see how things are going to go. We'll see how things are going to pan out. Abrantia, your friend, Davide Alaba, and the 33rd birthday. 10 Bundesliga titles for Davide Alaba, 6 DFB Pokals, 4 UEFA Champions League, DFL Super Cup, UEFA Super League, FIFA Club World Cup, La Liga, Copa del Rey, La Liga twice, Copa del Rey, Super Copa de España, 33rd birthday of Davide Alaba. Davide Alaba has been quality. We'll see how things are going to go on from there in terms of the quality of Davide Alaba. We'll see how things are going to go on. Of course, he's an important player for Madrid for and they want to use him. Enzo Maresca, so there a lot of substitutions, a lot of changes on him. And once they do the changes done, we'll make sure that things are going to go on. We'll see how things are going to go on with respect to Davide Chelsea for players now. And now John Boafo said Arsenal need to keep key players, and Partey is a key player. Also no keep it. Thomas Partey or of course quality player by our standard. If you want to go for it, then you keep him. You keep him and make sure say a branch friend Thomas Partey is in there and get a job done. We'll see how things are going to pan out in terms of everything that's going on. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. Fiifi-Manfred will meet you. I will be back. We'll have the conversation. Have a lot of analysis in the subsequent hours. So then, do take care. Bye.